And all the days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything.
Hi everyone. I want to read today a few verses out of Psalm 104 as we look at today's word. It says this, starting at the beginning. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord, my God, you are very great. You are clothed with honor and majesty, wrapped in light as with a garment. You stretch out the heavens like a tent. You set the beams of your chambers on the waters. You make your clouds your chariot. You ride on the wings of the wind. You make the wings your messenger, or the winds, I should say, your messengers. Fire and flame your ministers. You set the earth on its foundation so that it will never be shaken. You cover it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At your rebuke they flee. At the sound of your thunder they take flight. They rose up to the mountains, ran down to the valleys, to the place that you appointed for them. You set a boundary that they may not pass, so that they may not again cover the earth. You make springs gush forth in valleys. They flow between the hills, giving drink to every wild animal. The wild asses quench their thirst. By the streams, the birds of the air have their habitation. They sing among the branches. From your lofty abode, you water the mountains. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of your work. You cause the grass to grow for the cattle, and plants for people to use to bring forth food from the earth, and wine to gladden the human heart, oil to make the face shine, and bread to strengthen the human heart. The trees of the Lord are watered abundantly, the cedars of Lebanon that he planted. In them the birds build their nests, the stork has its home in the fir trees. The high mountains are for the wild goats, the rocks for the refuge for the conies. You have made the moon mark its seasons. The sun knows its time for setting. You make darkness and it is night. When the animals of the forest come creeping out, the young lions roar for their prey, seeking food from God. When the sun rises, they withdraw and lie down in their dens. People go out to their work and to their labor until evening. O Lord, how manifest are your works! In wisdom you have made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. I like this because of the picture it's painting of who God is. God looks over his creation, and he doesn't just create and then turn and walk away, moving on to the next project, if you will. Rather, he is there sustaining it, ensuring that it is continuing to thrive. God is watching over all of it. He's watching over all the big things of life, from the animals to the making sure that we have water to drink and for our plants to grow and to enjoy. He provides us with the sun and the stars. He takes care of all of that, if you will, big stuff. He watches over it carefully. He tends it because it is his. And for us, we are in the midst of that. We are part of the created world. And we have been made in his image. Part of being made in his image is to be able to think and use logic and to discern. And one of the things that is important for us as we look at our world is to understand that God's got it all. God's got it all. Even the dogs of our houses. And he's got the big stuff But the other side of that is he also has the little stuff. He has the little stuff of our world, the little stuff of our worlds, of our lives. The things that are important to you and me, but in the grand scheme of things, maybe aren't the biggest thing. But nonetheless, God is involved in them just as intently, just as intentionally, just as actively as he is involved in the big things of creation. That is because he has made us in his own image. And we are to be in relationship with him in ways that the rest of our creation cannot be. And so we have a special place in God's heart as well as in God's economy. So what that means for us is that we can take everything to God. The big things of our lives as well as the little things, because they matter to him and he wants to be involved in those. So whatever's going on in your life, I want you to know God's got it. God's got it. And if you're not sure about God, then I would invite you to put your trust in God and just tell him that. And watch how life begins to change. Give the things of your life over to God, that he might use them for his glory, I should say, as he draws you close to him, and as you see more clearly how he watches over all of his creation. I invite you to do that this day. Let me pray. Lord, thank you that you've got it. You've got the big stuff, you've got the little stuff, and you got everything in between. We give it all to you, Lord, and we thank you that you are a God who does have it, and we can put our trust in you. Help us to live fully trusting you with every part of our lives, knowing that you desire the very best for us. Amen. This week we have the Eco National Gathering coming up that will be on Friday and Saturday. And if you go to our website or Constant Contact, there's a link to get to the Eco website, or you can just go to eco-pres.org and look for National Gathering, and it's a virtual, free national gathering. Friday afternoon as well as Saturday afternoon. And so I invite you to take advantage of listening to some of the speakers, some of the music that is there. I think it will be well worth your time. It's free, sign up for it, and they will send you a link so you can link to the speakers. So I hope you're doing well, and I will be in touch. So God bless everybody. Bye-bye now.